It's a major embarrassment for Pakistan from a snub by the world's cricket governing body, the ICC, which has rejected Pakistan's demand to remove match referee Andy Pycroft from the ongoing Asia Cup. The ICC has officially rejected the Pakistan Cricket Board's demand to remove match referee Andy Pycroft. The controversy stems from the high-voltage India versus Pakistan clash where a post-toss handshake snub created a massive uproar. PCB alleged that Andy Pycroft intervened to stop the customary handshake between the captains, reportedly pulling Salman Ali Agha aside and telling him that Surya Kumar Yadav would not participate. The PCB viewed this as indirect interference and demanded Pycroft's removal. The Indian cricket team also refused to shake hands after the game with the Pakistan cricket team. Pakistan Cricket Board's chairman Mohsin Naqvi had filed a formal complaint with the ICC. However, the ICC has reasoned it out, saying that ACC officials on the ground are understood to have told Pycroft that there will not be any handshake at the toss. The ICC letter cleared the air and refuted Pakistan's belief that the match referee was acting on behalf of the Indian team. Andy Pycroft will now continue to officiate as one of the two referees appointed for the Asia Cup. And now we have our input editor Brijesh Pandey now joining us live from the newsroom. Brijesh, Pakistan there trying to pull a stunt that threatening to even leave the Asia Cup midway if Andy Pycroft is not removed. So now what's left if Pakistan continue to play? It basically means that they've asked for something they've been asked to. They've been told that no way, Jose.
Well, I think Pakistan is just trying to pull a punch above its weight, because the fact of the matter is that they also aware the kind of heft India has as far as the ICC is concerned, and where exactly do they stand as far as the pyramid of world cricket is concerned. They've complained to ICC about Pycroft, and ICC has rejected the contention of Pakistan. Pakistan Cricket Board had threatened that they will not play if Pycroft is not removed from the refereeship, but it's I think the ICC has made it very clear to Pakistan that no such thing is going to happen, and I think the onus now is on the ball is in the Pakistanis court, whether they actually walk the talk and they decide to leave the Asian ACC, or they swallow this humiliating pill and they continue to do with it. Because I think that leaving ICC Asia Cricket Cup in the middle is not going to be financially viable for Pakistan Cricket Board, because if they back out of the commitment which they have made, then there's definitely going to be a financial levy which is going to be levied on them. So financial fine they will have to pay. So it's a catch-22 situation as far as Pakistan Cricket Board is concerned. Krishna?
Right, it is, there's so many calculations to be made, but the fact of the matter is that there was a strong message sent out by the Indian cricket team with all the controversy surrounding as to whether this match should happen or not. And then eventually to that, to the way, Indian team represented, Indian sentiments on the field, which is crucial and important for the team and the nation, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. And I think, the fact of the matter that they refused to shake hands with their Pakistani counterparts, and also the way Surya Kumar Yadav, dedicated this victory to Pahalgam terror victims, it was very clear that, how India was honoring the kind of commitment they have made as far as ACC is concerned. And had there been a bilateral match between India and Pakistan, then it would have been a completely different gig altogether. I think a very stern, strong message has gone as far as Pakistan is concerned, and that is the reason why I think the Pakistanis are riled to the core, and this is the reason why first they sacked the director of Pakistani Cricket Board, and then they had lodged a strong complaint to the ICC seeking removal of Pycroft. I think with both their demand being rejected, the Pakistani Cricket Board doesn't have too much option left with them. Krishna?
Yeah, and interestingly here, you have the ACC, as in the Asian Cricket Council officials, who themselves were the first ones to sort of lean into the fact that there will be no handshake. It came from them, and in that sense, Pycroft had nothing to do with whether there's going to be a handshake or not. It was already pre-decided, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. What Pycroft was doing is that he was just trying to implement the decision which has already been taken by ACC. He was not the enforcer. He was not the original. I mean, he didn't thought it on his own that there should be no handshake per se. Nor did the Indian Cricket Board, the BCCI, conveyed this particular message to him. He was only enforcing what was decided by ACC. I think the Pakistani side was riled to the core on 3 occasions. The first one was that them being soundly beaten by the Indian cricket team, and the second that the refusal to shake hands with Pakistani cricketers added salt to the injury, and that is the reason why the Pakistanis were quick to approach the ICC complaining about Pycroft and seeking his removal as a referee, as a match referee in the ACC Cup, Asia Cup. But I think ICC has completely and categorically denied the fact that has denied the assertion by the Pakistani side that Pycroft was biased in favor of Indians. Krishna?
Right. So Pycroft clearly was not in favor of Indians or anybody. He was just trying to do his job. Now, there is one thing left. Now, Pakistan has to make an announcement to the world as to whether he'll be continuing to play the Asia Cup or not, because that was their threat. At the end of the day, now it's officially turned down. We're not talking media reports over here. ICC has officially turned down, given a strong reasoning as to why Andy Pycroft cannot be removed from the Asia Cup. So, now the only thing the Pakistan Cricket Board has to announce at this stage is that whether Pakistan will continue playing this tournament or not.
Well, I think the Pakistan don't have too much of a choice. I mean, they cannot unilaterally decide to pull out of a tournament, and if they do, then I think there are punitive costs attached to it. It's not going to be that easy for Pakistan, and I think the Pakistan would be hard pressed to exercise have to swallow this bitter pill and continue playing in the ACC. Otherwise, this will have serious ramifications as far as the cricketing ties between India and Pakistan, and more importantly, the ICC would not take a very kind view of the fact that Pakistan has decided to pull out of tournament, citing flimsy understanding of a given situation without going into details as to what led to that particular situation. And if they do it, I think the ICC will not be very pleased. And given the financial state of Pakistan Cricket Board, Krishna, I don't think that they would be in any kind of situation to pull this stunt, which would have financial implications.
I thought they already pulled that stunt, Brijesh, by threatening to leave on something that has completely pre-decided. Their stunt hasn't quite. They've pulled off the stunt, but the stunt hasn't quite worked. That's what has happened. ICC turning down Pakistan's request, or demand rather, to remove Andy Pycroft. Brijesh Pandey there joining us for that big story that we're tracking. Thank you, Brijesh, for being with us. Moving on. Apollo Tyres will be the new jersey sponsor of the Indian cricket team and will be shelling out approximately 4.5 crore rupees per game, significantly up from the 4 crore rupees previous sponsors Dream 11 were paying. The sponsorship period is set to run until 2027, with as many as 130 fixtures falling in that period. Now, reports say Canva and JK Tyre were the other two bidders who came to the table. It is further understood that Birla Optus Paints seemed keen to invest but did not want to participate in a bidding process. The bidding process for the jersey sponsorship took place on the 16th of September. BCCI had invited bids for expression of interest, or EOI, for Indian teams' lead sponsor rights on the 2nd of September. In that release, the Indian Cricket Board had made it clear that the gaming, betting, crypto and tobacco brands were prohibited from bidding. Athleisure and sportswear manufacturers, banking, financial companies, non-alcoholic cold beverages, fans, mixer grinders, safety locks and insurance companies were also not eligible. Keeping it with cricket, former Pakistani cricketer Shahid Afridi has now praised India's leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, claiming that he has a positive mindset. In an interview to Pakistan's Sama TV, Shahid Afridi said that Rahul Gandhi has a very positive mindset and he believes in resolving conflict through dialogue.
ये जो गवर्नमेंट बार बार मैं कह रहा हूं, जो हमेशा मजहब कार्ड खेलती है, मुस्लिम हिंदू कार्ड खेलती है अपने आप को पावर में लाने के लिए, ये बहुत ही गंदा किस्म का माइंडसेट है, गंदा किस्म का। ये उस वक्त तक रहेगा जब तक इनके बड़े यही हैं। ठीक है ना, इनके अच्छे हैं। जैसे राहुल गांधी की अगर मैं बात करूं, राहुल गांधी बहुत पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट वाला आदमी है। वो डायलॉग्स के जरिए वो हर एक के साथ चलना चाहता है, दुनिया के साथ। लेकिन ये टोटली पाकिस्तान, आई मीन के कम ऑन यार, एक इजराइल काफी नहीं है कि तुम यहाँ पे इजराइल बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। तो आई मीन थोड़ा सी चीजों को चेंज करके लेके जाया जा सकता है, लेकिन इनको चेंज नहीं किया जा सकता। ये बॉटम लाइन है।
अच्छा, साथ ही
Now, Enforcement Directorate has summoned former Indian cricket stars Yuvraj Singh and Robin Uthappa in connection with its probe into the illegal betting app 1xBet. Robin Uthappa is set to appear before the ED in Delhi on the 22nd of September, followed by Yuvraj Singh on the 23rd. This marks the third time the former cricketers are being questioned after Suresh Raina and Shikhar Dhawan faced the probe in the recent weeks. The investigation also involves Bollywood former MP and actress Mimi Chakraborty gave her statement on Monday, while actor Ankush Hazra appeared today. Actress Urvashi Rautela, the brand ambassador of 1xBet, is yet to appear. The probe targets alleged illegal betting apps accused of duping people of crores of rupees and evading taxes. 1xBet claims to be a global bookmaker with 18 years of experience, offering bets on thousands of sporting events in 70 languages. Time to put the focus on the major political realignments underway in the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu. The call given for a unified AIA-DMK has not cut ice with Edappadi Palaniswamy or EPS. EPS is in Delhi and will be holding a meeting with Amit Shah. Meanwhile, AMMK's chief TTV Dhinakaran has hinted at the formation of a new alliance led by actor Vijay's TVK, calling it certain, though he stopped short of confirming AMMK's participation in the alliance. TTV Dhinakaran, however, ruled out any pact with the BJP, insisting that AMMK will not be part of an alliance where AIA-DMK's Edappadi Palaniswamy is projected as the chief ministerial candidate.
ஒன்றை மாத்திரம் நான் சொல்றேன், எனது அனுபவத்தில் எங்கள் இயக்கத்தின் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையிலும் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையிலும் 75 வயது வருட கட்சிக்கும் 50 வருட கட்சிக்கு இணையாக கட்டமைப்பு உள்ள இயக்கமாக அம்மா மக்கள் முன்னேற்ற கழகம் உருவாகிவிட்டது. உறுதியாக இந்த தேர்தலிலே நாங்கள் அங்கம் வகிக்கிற கூட்டணி ஆட்சி அமைக்கும் என்பதை மாத்திரம் இந்த நேரத்தில் சூசகமாக உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொள்கிறேன். அவ்வளவுதான்.
Meanwhile, O. Pannirselvam or OPS has been in talks with the state unit of the BJP and the AMMK. He has been taking a wait-and-watch approach to the situation. Now, actor turned politician and chief of the TVK party, Vijay has raked up the language row, writing a strongly worded letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Vijay has urged the centre to stop its attempt to impose Hindi, calling it a violation of India's federal principles. The trigger was the Home Minister's post on Hindi Day, where he said Hindi should become not just a medium of communication, but a pillar of technology, science, justice, education and administration. Vijay hit back, calling such a move authoritarian in a country with 22 official languages. He accused the BJP of reducing India's diversity under the slogan of One Nation, One Language, much like its earlier pushes for One Nation, One Election and One Nation, One Ration Card. The TVK leader said that Tamil Nadu will stand firm on its two-language policy and that his party has already passed a resolution rejecting any imposition of Hindi. Vijay further warned that giving priority to one language while sidelining others would divide states and weaken the union, urging the Home Minister to withdraw his remarks. In Karnataka, the Lingayat religion row has once again taken centre stage, with sharp divisions emerging within the BJP's own Lingayat leadership. Amidst rising anger over the Veerashaiva Lingayat Mahasabha's call for a separate religion tag, former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa is chairing a high-stakes meeting of BJP's Lingayat leaders today in Bengaluru. The Lingayat Mahasabha's demand has triggered a political storm, with several BJP leaders openly rebelling against the move, calling it unnecessary, divisive and politically motivated. Former Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai launched a scathing attack, calling the Lingayat Mahasabha a Congress Mahasabha, alleging that the organization has been hijacked to serve Congress party interests. The BJP is now trying to manage internal discontent, with fears that this renewed identity push could dent its support base within the powerful Lingayat community. The meeting today is expected to chart the BJP's course of action on an issue that has deep social and political implications in the state of Karnataka.
They don't have any right to do any census. They can only do the sample surveys. Census Act says it is done only through Center Act. Got my point? Only central government has got the powers, but these people without power they are doing it, and there are a lot of anomalies. They are trying to divide all the communities, including backward classes, including Veerashaiva Lingayat. That we have condemned, and they have created a new column called converted Christian, backward converted, Lingayat converted, Brahmin converted, Vokkal converted. There is nowhere under which rule they have done it. So all these legal issues are there, so it should be stopped. This survey should be stopped. A fresh survey will be done by the Government of India at center.
Now, News9's relentless coverage has finally forced authorities into action. Repair and drain work has begun on the Panattur-Belagere main road in Bengaluru's Mahadevapura constituency. The move comes after a shocking incident last week when a private school bus slipped into a rainwater-filled pothole and toppled. More than 20 children had a narrow escape as school staff and locals managed to evacuate them through the emergency exit. The accident highlighted the dangers of the road, long neglected by civic authorities. Now, concreting work and drain clearance are underway. For years, residents have complained that the Panattur-Belagere stretch had become unmotorable, with potholes turning into death traps during rains, dust storms in dry weather, and unsafe conditions for both pedestrians and vehicles. They also allege that land grabbers encroached upon stormwater drains, worsening flooding and road damage. We have my colleague Mohammad Wajihullah now joining us live from Bengaluru with the latest. Wajih, talk to us. Give us an idea of how bad the situation was when it comes to the Panattur-Belagere road, and how much work has happened so far now.
Well, Krishna, the situation of this particular was the road was bad, and it was very evident through this video itself that we are showing on our screen of this particular bus that fell off the road, where 20 kids were almost in a very dangerous situation. The entire bus has overturned, and at that particular day itself, we've seen how not just the bus, but a lot of other vehicles that were stuck at that particular spot. And then the next day, when we followed up with the authorities on what has happened with the roads, we saw that instead of repairing the roads, what the authorities did was they picked up stones and gravel from the nearby gardens, nearby park, and they placed it over there and tried to cover that pothole. That was the immediate measure that they did. And then we picked up that story, and after which, right now, what we have learned is finally that road has been repaired and cleaned. Now, they have blamed a lot of encroachment that happens in the nearby areas, which has become the cause for these potholes. But this is not the only potholes that we see in Bengaluru. You and I, who are from the south, we've been in Bangalore, we've seen the entire city filled with potholes. And this was just one such case where we followed up and made sure that an impact happens. And right now what we've learned is that road has been repaired by the authorities.
And it's one important thing that has been mentioned is that the role of the media when it comes to getting authorities to take action, isn't it? This is a News9 exclusive that eventually went on to be heard by the authorities, and not just heard, action is being taken.
Well, absolutely, Krishna. On a daily basis, we do a lot of stories where we don't expect any action. We do it on the basis of two reasons: documenting or making the people aware. But there are times when actually an impact happened, and this is one such story where, because of the incident itself, imagine if the bus had overturned and those 20 people would have lost anybody in those 20 kids. It would be one of the most devastating thing for a city at that point of time, because it lost its own children because of potholes in the city, which is nothing but a menace for Bengaloreans. And we followed up on the story, and there are a lot of such potholes in the city which are still open, which are bigger than craters, and those things also need to be shut down. We will have to be more vigilant on the ground. But one such case where we were vigilant, we made sure that nothing like this happens, because that entire day we saw vehicles falling one after the other, and it was a helpless situation for Bengaloreans. And finally seeing it being covered, it's a relief and a joy that it's a News9 impact.
Mohammad Wajihullah there joining us with that big News9 exclusive and News9 impact from Bengaluru. Thank you, Vaji, for joining us with that update. Moving on to a shocking case from Odisha, where a 19-year-old college student was allegedly gang raped near a beach in Puri district. A manhunt was underway. Police have arrested 4 people so far. The incident happened near Balihar Chandi temple in Brahmagiri police station limits around noon, when the woman and her male friend had gone there. A group of local youth reportedly clicked their pictures, shot videos and demanded money. When the two refused, police say 2 men from the group raped the student while others tied up her male companion. Though the crime occurred on Saturday, the survivor filed an FIR only on Monday after recovering from the trauma. She has since undergone medical examination. Senior BJD leader Sanjay Das Burma, the former MLA of the area, attacked the BJP-led government in the state over the incident. He said that the government should ensure proper security of the Balihar Chandi temple and its surrounding areas, which is a popular tourist spot. In a similar incident, a college student was gang raped at the famous Gopalpur beach in Ganjam district on the 15th of June. 10 people were arrested in connection with that case. A major land scam controversy has erupted in Assam, with a senior civil service officer now at the center of serious corruption and communal land grab allegations. Assam Civil Services Officer Nupur Bora was arrested on Monday by the Chief Minister's Special Vigilance Cell after a day-long interrogation. The arrest follows explosive findings during raids at her residence in Guwahati, including unaccounted cash worth 92 lakh rupees and jewelry estimated at nearly 2 crore rupees. Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma confirmed that Nupur Bora had been under surveillance for 6 months over complaints of illegal land transfers during her tenure as Circle Officer in Barpeta district. She is accused of unlawfully facilitating the transfer of government land, including plots allegedly belonging to Hindu families, to suspected illegal settlers. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said that these land dealings were not isolated incidents but part of a larger pattern of alleged misuse of official power, adding to the state's ongoing crackdown on land encroachment. The raids, initially planned for Sunday night, were delayed when Nupur Bora was found at a guest house. They resumed early on Monday across 4 locations, including her rented residence in Barpeta, where searches are still underway. Further deepening the controversy, activist group Krishak Mukti Sangram Samiti, led by MLA Akhil Gogoi, has filed a formal complaint accusing Nupur Bora of running a land bribe racket, complete with a rate card, allegedly listing prices for land maps, ownership alterations and registry manipulations ranging from 1,500 rupees to 2 lakh rupees. This high-profile arrest has sparked political and public outrage, with the state government vowing a deeper probe into land corruption across Assam.
দুর্নীতির ক্ষেত্ৰত আপোনালোকৰ শূন্য সহনীয়তা নীতি আজিৰ দিনটো দেখিবলৈ পোৱা গৈছিল যে গৰৈমাৰীৰ চক্ৰ বিষয়া ACS বিষয়া নুপুৰ বৰাৰ ঘৰত কেইবা কোটি টকা উদ্ধাৰ হৈছে
প্ৰায় 1 কোটি টকা নগদ টকা আৰু সোণৰ গহনা নগদ টকা প্ৰায় 70-75 লাখ টকা সোণৰ গহনাও যথেষ্ট আমি পাইছোঁ আৰু এই বিষয়াগৰাকীয়ে বৰপেটাত মাটিৰ বহুত গণ্ডগোল কৰাৰ কাৰণে আজি আমি 6 মাহৰ পৰা তেওঁৰ ওপৰত আমি গোপনে ইনকুৱাৰী কৰি আছিলোঁ যোৱাকালি ৰাতি তেওঁ এটা টুৰিষ্ট লজত আছিলে নহ'লে যোৱাকালি ৰাতি আমি পালোহেঁতেন আজি ৰাতিপুৱা ঘৰ গৈ পোৱাৰ লগে লগে তালাচী চলাই আৰু ইমান টকা পইচা ধৰাত পৰে গুৱাহাটীত গ'লে মই আৰু বিতং প্ৰতিবেদন লাভ কৰিব পাৰিম
প্ৰতিবাৰে দুৰ্নীতিৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত কিয় ৰাজহ চক্ৰ বিষয়াসকলে জড়িত হয় লাটমণ্ডলসকল হৈ পৰে
অসমত সংখ্যালঘু অধ্যুষিত অঞ্চলসমূহৰ ৰেভিনিউ চাৰ্কুলত বহুত বেছি দুৰ্নীতি হৈ আছে এই বিষয়াগৰাকীয়ে আমাৰ হিন্দুৰ মাটি সন্দেহযুক্ত মানুহলৈকে ট্ৰান্সফাৰ কৰাৰ কাৰণে তেওঁক আমি স্ক্ৰিনিঙত ৰাখি থৈছিলোঁ 6 মাহৰ পৰাই তেওঁৰ গতিবিধি আমি চাই আছিলোঁ বৰপেটাত ৰাজহচক্ৰ বিষয়া হৈ থাকোঁতে হিন্দুৰ মাটি তেওঁ সন্দেহযুক্ত লোকলৈ টকা লৈ পেলাই হস্তান্তৰিত কৰিছিল আৰু সেইকাৰণে আজি আমি কঠোৰ ব্যৱস্থা লৈছোঁ